What's going on, guys? Justin back with another video. We're off to a little bit of a rough start. Forgot my glasses, forgot a knife, and I didn't bring any SD cards for my GoPro. So basically I'm going to be filming most of the stuff off my phone or on my drone with the small SD card that I do have, and I'll be able to take the SD card out of the drone and put it into my GoPro if I do end up catching a fish and I want to like record it really quick. So stick along and let's see what we can get. Alright guys, fish on. First fish. This is a little striper. Oh. There we go, first fish on the day. Little striper on the Gulp shrimp. There we go. Alright guys, just hooked up to another fish. This guy hit as soon as it hit the water. Another little striper. There we go. This one's actually a little bit better. Again on the Gulp shrimp. I'm gonna take a picture of this guy and let him go. Another nice fish though. Alright, my dad just hooked up to a fish. Stole my spot. But you got one too. Another little schoolie. All we're doing is just tossing these little lures out here, out on the end of this jetty.
Yeah,
there we go. And they're hitting it as it falls.
Where there's little ones, there's big ones.
Oh. We're good. Oh, that's a better size. Here we go. Better size fish here. Get over the rocks. Yeah!
Oh, that is a nice one.
Another good size striper. This one's really good size actually. Wow. Another good size one. On the Gulp again. Pops right out. Another beautiful striper. This one's got a little bit of a cut on his mouth, but that's a good size fish. You have one? Alright, just hooked up to another one. This is a smaller one. Another little striper.
You're actually just on the rocks.
Yeah, like actually like on the rocks. Another little striper. Toss him back. Still using the Gulp shrimp. Hooked up. There we go. Another little striper. God, you can toss him back. Another fish. Whoa. This one choked it. Choked the Gulp. There we go. Another nice striper. This one from spot number 2. Fat little guy. Gonna wait for a wave to come and we're gonna toss him back. There we go. Again, on the Gulp with the chartreuse jig head. Real quick, all I'm doing to get these fish is I'm just waiting until a wave breaks over these rocks, and I'm casting it right on the end of the rocks over here and letting it sit for a second, and they're usually hitting it on the fall. But if not, I'll jig it a couple times and then they get it. But they're all in the rocks. Every fish has came within 3 feet of these rock piles over here. So we're gonna keep fishing and we'll get back when we get more. Alright guys, I just made it out to the end of this jetty over here after jetty hopping a couple beaches. This is going to end up being the last spot that we fish at today, just because the wind's starting to pick up. It's starting to get a little bit colder out, and it's dead low tide right now, so the bite definitely slowed down from what it was this morning. So yeah, like I said, we're trying to give this spot a little bit of time, fish it slow, and see what we can get. But this is going to be the last spot for the day. Alright, I'm gonna call it a day. What's going on, guys? Back home after being down the shore for that weekend. Me and my dad were able to get 1 day of fishing in, and that was the video that you just saw. It was a pretty good day. The beginning of the day started off rough. I forgot my SD cards for my GoPro. I forgot my sunglasses. I didn't bring a knife. I didn't have any pliers. What else? I did have my drone, which I did fly, and then when I got home to edit this video, for whatever reason, all of the video that I took with the drone, of the sunrise and everything, it was just lost and I could never find it. So there was a lot of hardships to this video and making this video, but I was able to use my phone and the 30 minutes of GoPro memory that I did have to come up with this video, and I think it's alright. Despite all the filming mistakes or errors on my part and just forgetting things, me and my dad were able to go out there and actually have a pretty good day of fishing. We were able to catch a good amount of schoolie stripers that were coming through. We did that by just jetty hopping along the ocean side. We would stop at one jetty, fish the ends of the jetty, and then if we couldn't catch anything, we'd move to the next. And we did that for probably a solid like 2 hours, maybe 3 hours, and we were able to catch a good amount of fish. The one fish I caught was actually a pretty good sized one. And as I said in the video, size is all relative, just because the fish that are there are smaller fish, especially along the coast. When you go out a little bit farther, you get into the bigger stripers, but right now the smaller ones are kind of hugging the jetties, and that's like kind of what we were fishing for. Obviously getting a big one would be awesome, but the small schoolies put up a great fight on the light tackle as well. For bait, all we were using is the small Gulp shrimp like I showed you in the video. We had those rigged up to little jig heads. My dad was using a gray jig head and I was using a chartreuse, so I don't really think that the color mattered. Honestly, I don't really think the bait mattered at all. I think if we had the lure in the right spot at the right time, the fish were gonna bite it no matter what it was. The Gulp, maybe the scent added a little bit extra, added like something for the fish to key in on, as opposed to unscented bait. But all in all, everything worked out pretty well. Anyway, this was a pretty hard video to make just because of the lack of material that I had to use, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit that subscribe button to catch up for the next videos. I have another video planned for next week. I'll be going down the shore and hopefully catching bigger stripers this time. Maybe even catching some more speckled trout, or maybe even a New Jersey redfish. We'll have to see. It just depends on where I go and how hard I fish to be able to get those other species of fish, but those would be pretty cool to catch. But if you did like this video, and don't forget to put a comment down there as well. Comment something you'd like to see me do this winter. I'm gonna be having a hard time finding videos to make while I'm at home during the winter just because of how cold it gets. I could try and go ice fishing or whatever, but it's just a lot. So comment something down below that you want to see me make, and I'll try and make that happen. Anyway, as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you in that next video.